Hello friends, it's me, and today let's watch which restaurant has the best birthday celebration from the food tiers. Together, let's go, let's start. Thank you.
What restaurant has the best birthday celebration? I visited all sorts of restaurants, from national chains to local favorites, to find out which place makes me feel like the specialist boy. And the winner will be your next birthday dinner. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory. And
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory.
today is a very special and important day. To me, it is the most special day of the year, next to Christmas. And that means it's my birthday.
祝你生日快乐 Happy birthday to you 탄저비 오메데토 생일 축하합니다 Just anniversary That's one Sungabok stock feel look Happy birthday to you Happy birthday to you
I love my birthday. I love to celebrate it every year. I love to feel loved and special. And what I do, I kind of have a tradition, is me and Claudia will go out to eat on the night of my birthday to Benihana. It's just the best experience. I mean, you get to see an onion volcano turn into a choo-choo train. Literally nothing better. But this year, I've decided to explore my birthday celebration horizons. So for the week leading up to my birthday, I'm gonna be going to a different restaurant every day to see if I should be switching up my tradition. Now, we are going to be focusing on the birthday celebration. So Benihana, just by nature of having the show of the volcano and the choo-choo train and the beating heart and all the cool stuff that they do, doesn't have an advantage because that's just part of the experience. They do that for everybody. It's not a special thing for your birthday. I'm gonna be focusing on specifically what they do for me, the birthday boy, because all that matters is me. Here's how the scoring is gonna go. We have 3 categories. 1, if they make me feel special. This could be from props to doing anything extra to make me feel like the specialist boy. For that, they get a check mark. Second, if they sing me a song, they'll also get a check mark. And third, they'll get a numerical point for the dessert. We're talking taste, we're talking the uniqueness, and also we'll be docking points if it's not free for your birthday. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, it's all about how special I feel. So at the end of this episode, we're gonna be ranking these on our patent pending specialist birthday boyometer. Thank you, editors. So with all that said and done, let's get started with restaurant number 1. So first on my list was Cheesecake Factory. And I had super high hopes for Cheesecake Factory because, fun fact, for the last, I don't even know how long, my birthday cake has been a cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. Plain, nothing on top. It is goated. So I thought this was gonna be my favorite right off the rip, but all my expectations got thrown out the window. First of all, nothing to make me feel special. Absolutely nothing. I sat down, there were no props, there was no calling of the restaurant to alert them of my greatness, nothing. Big old X for Cheesecake Factory in that category. When it came to the song, the guy lit the candle, whispered happy birthday on his way to go get my check. He could not want me out of that restaurant faster. That screams you are not special here in this establishment. That's an X. When it came to the actual dessert, you would think that at the Cheesecake Factory for your birthday, I don't know why I emphasize that, they would give you a slice of cheesecake. No, it was the saddest little sundae with the saddest little candle on top that he just lit and walked away. And it wasn't even a good sundae. It was this big and it was 90% whipped cream. So for this category, me and Claudia rated it on a scale of 1 to 5 each, and there's an optional point for whether the dessert was free, because come on, who wants to pay for their own birthday dessert? I gave it a 2, Claudia also gave it a 2, and it was free. So it did get 5 points out of a possible 11. Not the best start for Cheesecake Factory. No matter how this goes, I'm thinking it's gonna be at the bottom of the list. The next
sorry.
restaurant on the list is admittedly one that I've never been to in my entire life. And I've had people tell me about it for so long. Oh, you have to go here. Oh my God, I can't believe you've never tried it. And that's Olive Garden. Now, it's not that I didn't go for some snobby reason. I've just never lived close enough to an Olive Garden to go. They're always like an hour away, and nobody's driving an hour to go to Olive Garden, all right? But it had to go on the list.
To be fair, in Singapore, if it happens to me 1 hour plus, it would be more of public transportation, taking the train or taking the bus. Majority of us, a huge majority of us don't have cars. So
because of their slogan, when you're here, you're family. And you know who celebrates the crap out of your birthday? Your family. So, Olive Garden it is. Okay, so we're at Olive Garden. I have literally never been to an Olive Garden ever in my life. Again, grew up abroad, never really had the opportunity to have Olive Garden. Plus, little secret, I'm not that big of a pasta fan. It's just not something I crave all the time. But I'm super excited because obviously their slogan is when you're here, you're family. And, you know, I'm family. They gotta give me a good birthday celebration. So we're about to go in. It doesn't look too slammed, and hopefully we'll get seated soon. So let's go. Claudia had been hyping up this place for one reason and one reason only. The breadsticks. She was like, oh my God, you gotta try it. Oh my God, it's amazing. And I was like, all right, dude, relax. They're breadsticks, chill. I could not stop eating those breadsticks. Like, we had 5 buckets of those things between the two of us. The server was like approaching us with caution with every new one as if we were like savage animals. Like, ah, mine. Needless to say, I took a
2 people have so many? 2 people?
lot home in my pocket. But when it came to the birthday celebration, oh boy, did this place take the cake. And I mean that literally. They brought out this cake, which was a white tres leches strawberry cake concoction that they made, probably by signing their soul away to Satan. It was so delicious. Both of us could not stop eating it, and that's with 5 buckets of breadsticks ruminating in our stomachs. Each one of us gave this an easy 5. Plus, it was free, an $8.99 slab of cake that they just give you for your birthday. Which, by the way, they didn't even have to look at my ID. They just believed that it was my birthday. You could feasibly go to Olive Garden every day of the week, tell them it's your birthday, get a free dessert. The other thing I should mention that was special about this dessert was that they brought out a nice special message on the plate itself. They wrote happy birthday in the same strawberry jam, and it just made me feel so good. So for that, we're actually gonna give them an extra point for this. So their total is a whopping 12. Now, when it came to the song, they sang happy birthday one time, and they did bring out a very small crew to sing it for me. So that is a check mark in that category. As far as the props or any specialness that they made me feel, when I tell you the commanding attention that they brought to me in this restaurant, they came out and told everybody in that admittedly small dining room that it was my birthday. People had no choice but to stop eating and sing along and clap along. It actually made me feel like royalty.
Aww, that's nice.
Yay! Thank you guys.
Look at this, look at this.
That's awesome.
Alright, wait, ready?
See, that is
Fun fact, in martial art, right, I've been doing this for like, I think 10 years, I guess. My birthday steak, if it's with my martial art friends, I'll be like, it's not, okay, it's something similar to this. Or like some wind, you know. Ah! Mm! For a moment there, I thought my camera on GG.
why, when you're there, you're family. And for that, they get an extra big check mark in this category. So as of right now, we have Olive Garden at the tippity top of this list, and Cheesecake Factory, yeah, at the biggity bottom of this list. Moving on to the next restaurant. All right, so we're in front of Fogo de Chão, which is a Brazilian steakhouse. It's one of those places where you flip the little cart over and they just bring you meat non-stop until you pop. It's a little bit more of an upscale place because we want to have a little bit of a range here. We're not just going to go to the Olive Gardens. We're not just going to the Texas Roadhouses. We want to see what the more upscale birthday celebrations might be like. Now, I am slightly hungover because yesterday was my birthday celebration, so I am starving and ready to see if they make me feel like the specialist boy. Let's go in. So when it comes to this place, once again, we're not looking at the actual food because this place would probably by far win that title. When it came to the birthday celebration though, kind of like Cheesecake Factory, there was no celebration at all. There was no ceremony. They just came, plopped the dessert down on my table and walked away. Because remember, they're constantly cutting meat. They don't have time to stop and wish you a happy birthday. They don't have time to make you feel special. I'm not salty. It's fine. Big old X in that category. They also didn't sing me anything. Big old X. But when it came to the dessert, it was so good. It was so good. It was a cheesecake creme brulee, and it was a sizable dessert. It was a full-size dessert that you would get on their menu, and they did ask what kind of dessert I would like. Now, when it came to the taste, this was a 5 out of 5 for both me and Claudia. And another point for, once again, making it complimentary. Now again, this place wasn't the cheapest, so a free dessert, kind of the least they could do, but it still awards them a point. Where that leaves us is another 12-point restaurant. Unfortunately, it does fall short of Olive Garden because there was no ceremony, no happy birthday. So as of now, Olive Garden, Fogo de Chão, Cheesecake Factory. I'm not getting over that one. Next restaurant. Okay, so we are at the legendary Texas Roadhouse. I've never been to one of these before, but Kai and little cousins and everyone has told me that there are two things that I need to have here. One, the bloomin' onion. Two, and most importantly, the rolls. I am so excited for these rolls. I cannot wait. But more than anything, I've been told that the birthday celebrations here are out of this world. Kai has made it known that it is legendary. So this place right now seems kind of like the front runner, but we'll have to see what they actually do here because we are in the middle of nowhere, Miami. So let's see if they put the effort in. Now going into it, I had no idea what to expect. But Kai did warn me that at her previous job, they made a huge deal of the birthday celebration. So I was a little excited, but also ready to be disappointed because here in Miami, sometimes they don't care as much. I'm telling you, nothing is beating that. And it felt good. I felt like a cowboy. That was honestly almost better than a song. It was original. It was something different. It made me feel extra special. Plus, I'm on my own little saddle throne. Like, who wants anything more than that? Big old check mark when it comes to making me feel special. Now, when it comes to the song, I will say, I wish they had done the traditional.
I'm not gonna lie, for some people, okay, for a lot of people, the social anxiety is like, thank you. Wow, thank you.
Song on top of what they did. Now, I'm not faulting them for that, but it is something I'm keeping in mind. I do wish that they had done a little jingle and not just the whatever they what was it they shouted again? Here, take a look again. Yeah, that thing. Again, big old check mark in this category, but just come on, Roadhouse, just sing for me. When it came to the dessert, this was kind of underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a molten lava cake, but without the molten and without the lava. Really, it was just a chocolate cake that was a little undercooked in the middle. Was it yummy? Yeah, but it left a lot to be desired. Unfortunately, I gave it a 3. Claudia gave it a 2, which puts us at 5, but it was free along with the 12,000 rolls that they gave us to take home, so we can bump them up to a total 6 out of 11 points for that. So by the end of that, where we stand is a little tricky now, because the Texas Roadhouse dessert did fall short of Olive Garden by a numerical standpoint. But when it comes to making me feel special, Texas Roadhouse is running away with this saddle throne that they gave me. So because of that, we're gonna have Olive Garden tied with Texas Roadhouse for now, followed by Fogo de Chão, followed by Cheesecake Factory at the very bottom of the list. Moving on. So we're nearing the end of this list, and obviously I had to go to my go-to spot, Benihana. So we're at my favorite place that I've just been going to every birthday for a long time now, Benihana. It is the classic. It is a dinner with a show. It is really good food. People sleep on it. I'm just really excited to see what they do. Last year, I was at a different Benihana, and it was like in the heart of Hollywood, so super fancy. And they gave me a hat, and they gave me like a whole show. It was great. So time to go inside, see what they do for me this year. And once again, I have to emphasize, the dope-ass onion volcano / choo-choo train has to be discounted here. It's just part of the experience. But God, do I love it. And that yum yum sauce and the ginger sauce. I just love Benihana, okay? But let's talk about the birthday celebration. When we did our thing, I went to the bathroom. Claudia told the guy it was my birthday. I came back, we ate our entire meal. They brought the check and they forgot about my birthday. They forgot. The guy came, gave the check, and me and Claudia were like, wait a minute, they never sung us happy birthday. And I kind of had to do that really awkward thing where well, I didn't do it because I didn't have the courage to. But Claudia did that super awkward thing where she was like, we got the check, and she was like,
it's his birthday, by the way. And the guy was like, oh, do you want me to sing for you? And we were like, yeah, we would like that. But like, it's weird when you have to ask for someone to sing you happy birthday.
So listen, for forgetting that it was my birthday, that's a big old X in the special category. All right, how do you forget that it's my birthday when we just told you? It's just crazy to me. It made me feel so sad. But I will say the song was dope. They actually sang it twice, once in English and once in Japanese.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Japanese, say what Thank you.
And this was like the 4th birthday of the night, which is crazy. I have never seen
4th birthday of the night. Bro. Happy birthday, I guess. Happy birthday. 4th birthday of the night.
that many birthdays in one place at the same time, which I think contributed to them just not wanting to do my birthday. They were just there and they like were singing like tired. They wanted to go home. It was the end of the night and it lost the oomph a little bit. But I will say the fact that they sang it twice in 2 different languages with the little tambourine, that's a check mark in my book, Benihana. Moving on to the dessert, it was fine. It was a scoop of vanilla ice cream. They did give me the choice of vanilla or chocolate. You would think that a Japanese restaurant would offer some sort of cuisine appropriate dessert, something with mochi or whatnot, but no. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Claudia liked it a little bit more than me. She gave it a 3 out of 5. Now, they did charge us. It was like a $3, $4 dessert, which is fine, but still, they charged us for the dessert for the birthday that they forgot. That brings our 5 total down to 4.
Benihana, you've kind of disappointed me. It's not like our relationship is over, but like Rachel, I need a break from us.
So the next restaurant on our list is actually very local to Miami / South Florida, but it is such a staple down here that I would have made a huge mistake by leaving it out. And that is none other than Flanagan's. Now, if you've never been to Miami or South Florida, Flanagan's is the spot for everybody to go to. It is like if Chili's and Applebee's had a baby and the baby was like a child prodigy that far surpassed the parents and they had a great happy hour. That's Flanagan's. Plus, you can always take home these cups. Me and Claudia have an entire cabinet full of these cups. We keep going and bringing them back home. Needless to say, I needed to see how they were gonna celebrate my birthday. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be though. We made a grave miscalculation.
We're like, there's no way there's gonna be a wait on a Tuesday at 9 p.m.
But guess what?
There's an hour wait.
It's game 6 of the Panthers in the Stanley Cup final.
Mind you, there's Flanagan's everywhere in Miami, but it's still full.
We're also not even like that big of an area. Like it's a pretty suburban area. Like there's
like in a random shopping mall.
Yeah, and the fact that there is an hour wait. So hopefully we make it and hopefully we don't die of hunger in the meantime. So we'll update.
Alright, so for case of point, you don't die of hunger. It takes days, weeks, number 1. Number 2, what a coincidence, I guess. There's something called Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong, goes wrong. Sorry.
Told you this was very Miami. You got fish posters or whatever all around. You have like fake fish all along there.
It's also really loud.
Yeah, it is so loud in here, right? It's so loud in here right now.
Want to get out of here?
It's like when you go to Disney and you're waiting in line and they hype you up for the ride with like a story and they're
do
always
feel like
super loud in there.
It does feel like I'm in the waiting room of a ride. Also, it's freezing cold air conditioning, which is the most Miami thing. Like it's so hot outside, but then anywhere indoors it's like freezing cold.
2 hours later.
Okay, so that didn't work. Yeah, turns out people actually care about hockey sometimes when their team is winning. We're just gonna have to try again some other time and we're gonna have to find some dinner elsewhere, but you guys won't get to see this one. This will be a boring dinner, just me and the missus. But I am not someone to be so easily defeated. We went back for day 2.
Round 2, fight!
Take 2. There's people outside. What could be going on today? Dude, this place is the most like popular place in Miami, I swear to God. All right, let's just go inside and see. Let's just go inside and see. Now, we still had to wait a decent 30 to 45 minutes because it was happy hour. Again, this place is insane. But when we sat down, we knew it was gonna be something special.
This right here, this is why people love Flanagan's. So Claudia's dish right there, Claudia's like wings and salad and garlic rolls, all of this was $15.99, which for Miami prices is insane. And this right here, half rack of ribs, curly fries, and wings with coleslaw was like $21. This is actually insane. I cannot wait to dig in and tell them that it's my birthday.
I went away, came back, we did our whole thing. They actually gave Claudia a verbal cue so that they would let her know when they were gonna come and celebrate. I know that's not part of any of the categories, but I will say, that kind of makes me feel special. They like put a lot of intention behind it. They were like, hey, when we say Macklemore, we're gonna come to your table and sing, so be ready. We'll work Macklemore into a sentence somehow. And when they did come, it was a whole host of servers, a flock of servers, a murder of servers? How do you, what do you call a group of servers? Anyway.
Happy birthday to you, hey, happy birthday to you, hey, happy birthday from Flanagan. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait. This is actually, yeah, that was a jump scare. They came out of nowhere. It was like 10 of them. This is dope. This is dope. So what
Yep, birthday surprise.
this is a dulce de leche cheesecake. This is awesome. Okay, so that.
Blow the candle.
Oh, right. It's my birthday. That was sick. I have to say, the energy.
He could have done the. He could have done the. Yes, I didn't hit my camera. Yes.
Was there. I really appreciated how they commanded the attention of everyone in there, who, by the way, were trying to watch the NBA Finals. They had to take their eyes off the NBA Finals to focus on moi, the birthday boy. That is a big old check for the Flanagan Specialist Boy category. The song, pretty good, pretty standard, no complaints, big old check mark there. And when it came to the dessert, this dessert was just so delicious because it was different. It was a dulce de leche cheesecake, and it was a big boy. Me and Claudia split it, and we barely were able to finish it, but we finished that bad boy. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Claudia gave it a 4 out of 5, but there is one snag here. They charged us for it, and it wasn't cheap. It was a $9 slice of cheesecake. I gotta take a point away from the local legends, man. So that takes their final score from a 9 to an 8. Now, without any other analysis, right now we have Texas Roadhouse and Olive Garden fighting for that #1 spot, followed by Flanagan's, followed by Fogo de Chão, followed by Benihana, followed by Cheesecake Factory. Last restaurant. So I hit a snag on my birthday week because my wonderful job forced me to fly to Raleigh in the middle of this experiment. So I had to get a fresh cut, I was looking good, and go to a restaurant up in North Carolina. All right, so I'm here in front of La Rancherita, and we're gonna see just how this celebration goes. Now, this is the place, actually, this is the place where everything originated. I was having lunch one day with Lee, and we saw someone get their birthday celebrated, and I was like, I wonder what...
Hey, the Lee from the film theorists. Sorry.
Place. Like, this is how the thought process came. So I want to see if I remember this place being as awesome as it was. Let's go in. Now, I don't want to hear any of this. Well, it's a different city. Listen, we're not doing science here. This is an arbitrary, this is whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter. It's just about what makes me feel the specialist. If I have to go to a different city, to a different state to feel special, then I will go to a different state to feel special, okay? So when it came to the celebration, it was actually kind of cool. They come out all in a line, demanding the attention of the entire restaurant. They actually got a few heads to turn before they even started singing. Made me feel moderately special, nothing out of this world. But the song was in Spanish, which was cool, my mother tongue.
Hey, Tom from the game theorists.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños Juanito, feliz cumpleaños a ti. I'm 21.
Thank you, yes. It did provide the funniest moment I've had with Tom in months, which is saying a lot because hanging out with him is like pulling teeth. But they
Don't say that to a fellow friend, bro. Don't do that. Please.
Sang the song, they went away, and he turns to me wide-eyed and he's like, wow, that was so special. How did they know your name? And I stared at him confused because at no point did they say my name. So he started singing the song back in his very crude Spanish and said, Feliz cumpleaños, Santi. When I tell you I could not contain my laughter, for 5 whole minutes, I was asphyxiating because of how hard I was laughing. And I told him, they were saying, Feliz cumpleaños a ti. The people I work with, man, they test me. But it was a pretty good song, and it was a lot of them, and they had instruments, so that's a big old check mark in that category. Now, when it came to the dessert, I think it was actually one of the more unique ones that I've had during this whole experience. It was a chocolate-covered sponge cake doused in whipped cream. It was light, it was airy, it was delicious. 5 out of 5 from me in that category. Now, Claudio wasn't there to taste test, so we're just gonna double that score for a 10. Now, once again, it wasn't free, and it broke my heart because I wanted to give this place a better score for how good that dessert was. But that is gonna bring the score down to a 9 for the final restaurant. So let's wrap this up, shall we? I have been celebrated thoroughly and completely, and it is time to judge. Starting with the worst performer. Cheesecake, you've let me down. And in fact, I don't even know if I can continue to get my cheesecakes from you guys. I might have to go somewhere else for that. How could you do this to me? Second to last on that list, Benihana. Why do I keep getting disappointed by the things that I love? Benihana, I'm officially breaking up with you. How could you forget my birthday? And then you just give me a scoop of vanilla ice cream to top off the sad celebration. Moving on. Now, both of these had a great dessert. Both of these had good singing, but they both lacked that little oomph to make me feel extra special, which leads us to the top 2. Listen, they don't lie when they say that when you're here, you're family. They brought out the works. They made everyone turn their heads. They made everyone join in and clap along and sing along. If that doesn't make you feel special, like family, like it's your friggin' birthday, I don't know what will. And I have to say, that dessert was probably the best one that we've had on this list, but they did fall short just slightly of making me feel like the specialist boy. And that title goes to none other than Texas Roadhouse. That's right, Texas freaking Roadhouse. There's a reason why it's the #1 casual restaurant in the country. And yes, fine, the dessert did score lower than I would have liked. But the reason why this place made me feel like the specialist boy is because they did something that no other restaurant on this list did. And that is move my butt to an alternate location. They put me on my very own elevated throne for the entire restaurant to see and admire and celebrate. And not only that, their song was unique. They weren't just singing, they were shouting in every which way to make sure that every diner in there knew that I was the special boy of the evening. I have to say, from now on, I will be spending my birthdays at Texas Roadhouse. I will be getting on that saddle and I will be yee-hawing until the end of the night. So if you are looking to celebrate your birthday, you have my recommendation. Look no further than Texas Roadhouse. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Buen provecho. And hey, you want to see me cook a burger with sparklers? Make sure to click the link on the screen now. And as always, I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday to you. 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。But hey, that's just a theory, a food theory. Buen provecho. Thank you so much. Subscribe. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Thank you so much to the food theorists for this video. Thank you.